This week we're using the same data set that we used for week 1 of 2022 to look at a different challenge. So first of all, we were given the hint by Carl that we can remove all the fields that are related to the parental contacts. So in our input step, I've just removed all of those fields, so deselect them, unticked these boxes, which is great. Then we can view that data. We can see that we've still got those 1,000 rows, but we've only got 5 fields at the moment coming through. So first of all, we want to create that pupil name, and this time it is their first name plus a space and then their second name. And that looks like in our calculated field editor, the pupil first name plus a space in quotation marks and then plus the pupil last name. Then we want to work out their birthday this year. So this year being 2022. So if I open up the editor there, then the way that I've chosen to do this is to use a date add calculation. So let me just search for the date add calculation on the right hand side there. So the date add, we need to specify the date part first, which is going to be the year. Then we want to specify how many years we want to add to our date. And then we want to finish up by what date are we adding these years to. So I thought that since we want it to be 2022, then we do 2022 minus the year that they were born in, and that is the number of years that we need to add to make our final date be 2022. So there we go, we get all of our dates in 2022. And then you'll notice we have a date time. So we just go to this drop down here and change it to be a date rather than a date time to get rid of the time element. Okay, next we want to work out what day of the week the birthdays will fall on in 2022. So we need to duplicate this year's birthday. So to duplicate a field, you click on it and go to the duplicate field option at the top, or you can find it in the ellipsis drop-down menu here. But anyway, we've duplicated that field, and then we're going to convert this date into the day of the week. So when you go to the convert dates option, you'll see day of the week. You can see the examples there of being Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. When we click on that, then what will happen is that we get these days of the week. So that's just showing you what happened when we converted those dates. I've renamed it to be cake needed on as per the challenge. And then we want any Saturday or Sunday birthdays to be moved to the Friday. So I'm just going to click on the Friday, Saturday and Sunday, holding down Control on a Windows machine, Command on a Mac machine, and click the Group Values button here. When I click Group Values, then it will rename it to be the one with the most values, which is Sunday. So I just rename this to be Friday. So rename that to be Friday. And now all of my Saturday, Sunday birthdays are on the Friday instead. Brilliant. So I'm just deleting that because I had it twice in there. And then finally, not finally at all, sorry, there's plenty more steps to go. Our next step is that we want the month. So again, we're going through this process where we're going to click on the this year's birthday, we're going to duplicate it. And when we get that duplicate field, we're going to convert the dates. It's becoming quite familiar to us now, and get the month name out of there. And that's how we get our month that we rename. And now we want to count how many birthdays happen on certain days of certain months. So we go to our date of birth, we go to our this year's birthdays, wherever that field has disappeared to. There it is, right there. So it's right next to there. And we're going to create a calculator field. We're going to create a fixed LOD. And rather than taking the min of this year's birthdays, we want to do a count. And we want to group by the month, and we want to group by the cake needed on. And that's going to count for each month, for each day, how many cakes we're going to need. And then we just rename that as well to B days per weekday and month. So I'm just going to delete that because we already have that field over here. Finally, we just need to get rid of any unnecessary fields, and then we have our output ready for going on with our analysis. So hopefully you enjoyed that challenge. I thought it was quite fun. And thanks very much for watching.